Please turn your sound on to hear full explanations of our answers. Thank you. The question is there any advice on how to cope with tinnitus? And I got a couple of things I want to just tell you about. Not in any specific order. One is Eckhart Tolle's teachings, the most famous of which is Power of Now, and the other is Acceptance. Coping with tinnitus. You see, when you're asking this question, you're probably asking from the point of view of, how can I better live with it? But actually, the word coping can be used two ways. It can be used in that way, but it can also be used in a more profound way in terms of something that you can actively do that will allow you to live with tinnitus and not just deal with what you know as tinnitus now, but to make it almost so insignificant in your life that it's as if it wasn't there. And this may sound fanciful, but it's not. It's first thing you got to understand is the more anxiety you have about your tinnitus, the worse your perception of the intensity is. And it's and when that happens, and you get you think it's louder than it really is, and you get more anxious, and then it seems even louder than it was before. And that's why some people get into the vicious circle where their anxiety, their stress about their tinnitus makes their problem much worse than it needs to be, and they can get close to breaking point. And that's something obviously you want to avoid. Now it's a bit like when you're in a doctor's room, or when I'm talking about acceptance, it's a bit like when you're in a waiting room and there's a baby there, and the baby's crying quite loud. And some people will get really annoyed by it, and other people won't get annoyed by it. They'll just accept it, and it almost ceases to exist for them. They can carry on doing their own thing, reading the newspaper or doing whatever else they were doing. And that's where you want to end up with your tinnitus. You want it to become so insignificant to you. There is actually a type of treatment that may be able to help you. It doesn't help everybody, but you might want to look into tinnitus retraining therapy. And that kind of trains the brain to ignore tinnitus. It can be helpful. It's definitely worth looking at. But I also want to recommend a book to you called Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And this is really about how to live a fulfilling life, but without letting many of the things that can stress you out in life stress you out. So it's about living in the moment and not letting your fears and worries consume you, because that's what they will do if you let them. So he has many good teachings. Even if you don't want to buy his book, then there's a lot of good information for free on the internet you can check out. That's Eckhart Tolle. So I hope that helps you, gives you a different perspective, because there's a lot of misinformation out there about tinnitus. Now, I just want to recommend something to you. If you see in the description box below, I'll put a link there. If you click that link, it'll take you to a website that has helped many former tinnitus sufferers, and it's helped nearly all of them get a reduction in their tinnitus intensity. And for some of them, they've been able to reduce it so much and learn how to cope with it so much that to them, it's like they're cured. They are effectively cured because they don't notice their tinnitus anymore. I can't promise that to everybody, but I would be amazed if you didn't get at least a reduction in your tinnitus. These are natural methods that you can use. Dietary modifications, lifestyle modifications, and a few really good supplements as well, recommendations that you can take. So have a look at that site. I really do believe that it's going to make a massive improvement to your quality of life. Living with tinnitus, and it can reduce the intensity for you and make a significant improvement for you. So have a look, click the link in the description box below, and I will see you soon in my next video. Take care.